Forget about what my face look like. That is not the reason why they are killing you, kidnapping you. And as we speak, right, some of you are even killing yourselves. So leave my face. I'm not the one that took billions from the looters of Nigeria. And now these looters are coming for the entire package. Now they don't want shares anymore. After this Wahala started, I mean, I told you that too. Back in the days, people will come here to come and jive me. I was like, Eko Shidano. You're talking about serious thing. You are coming here to come and talk about my English. There are one will they will come here and say, my ego use as. It's not art, it's as a Oluribu. So from all I have to say, now the English where they talk, they pay attention to, whether I use past tense or Oluribu. You see, people whether they kidnap and kill in Nigeria, if probably speaking good English, be whatever it is, can save lives. Seriously, a lot of them will go back and study it so hard. Even myself will go do them. So me, or whatever I look like, whatever I wear, whatever I alaye, let me face the real people. So leave me out of it. If I look stressed, emoji billions from your central bank. No be me. Collaborated with other thieves to deceive una. Waiting like you are waiting for Nigeria here. Waiting for Tifnumbu renew their Shady and the rest of that, right? No be me. So let's face those ones. Let's talk about those ones, okay? Let's deal with those ones. You can pay attention to my face, pay attention to my ideas, pay attention to whatever it is, okay? And tell me which of them is not really looking good. So maybe I should fix it, and then they can fix your Naira. Right? So Alaye was like, they are coming for me. And my English will go shop. Even though, right, we need to communicate, right? It's unfortunate. If I start speaking my Yoruba now, half of you who are here, half of you will probably just be like, you stop coming. I need you to keep coming because you need to get this into yourself and be the vessel that kind of carries this all everywhere. Once you know better, you do better. That is the motto here. When we are talking about Nigeria's problems, they are not caused by spirit. Nigeria or what have you, see what you are facing. Apart from the ones you caused by yourself or economic hardship that you are facing, joblessness that you are facing, even that relationship problem you are facing, where you go Shiloh every December to go and pray for husband. All of those things you are going through, that's your family member that died because you couldn't afford 25,000 naira medical bill and they died. It is not because you are sinners. Are you listening? It is not because God is testing you. Nobody is testing you. It is not because of the sins of your forefathers that you are facing. No. The problems you are facing in Nigeria, individually, collectively, they are caused by human beings like you. And on Mayegun's diary political, I know their names. Do you get that? So when you now actually have to know that there is a problem, who caused them? Now these people. How they cause them? Now like this. How do you know? Now proof it is. Then you don't have to give any more excuses for them. I know you may love your oppressors differently. There are some of you who believe that your own criminal oppressors, my own oppressor is is a God-fearing oppressor. In Nigeria, Nigerians love their thieves differently. Some will tell you that they know that their thief is a thief, but he has a fear of God. They know our thief is a thief, we know, but he's a philanthropist. Do you get that now? So I understand that. But that would be you doing what is called selective amnesia. You can pretend that not to know. Oh, I didn't know that it was there, but And I used to like the man, oh. And I liked the man so much, oh. I didn't know that it was that. Are you sure this information is true? Typical Nigerian. Because it's so difficult for them to believe that those they worship are criminals. Most of them, they are not politicians, so they are pastors, they are clerics, they call them Islamic clerics. So when you tell them the truth and their own role in the destruction of this contraption, typical Nigerians, and I used to respect this. Are you sure? Are you sure this story is true? Because they do not want it to be. Yeah. I do my best here to try to reformat the Templars, just so you know that you have access to this information. They are available. So if you pretend not to know, it is because you pretending not to know. And when the consequences begin to come, there is no point in blackmailing or gaslighting anybody to begin to feel sorry for you. No. Yeah. And that's the same with Dangote in America, in the UK. Billionaires, business tycoons, they make their political choices known because they have a lot to lose. If a wrong government comes into power, their businesses and fortune will suffer. That is why you see them. If their interest and their fortune is not going to be protected, they will go to the one that will be protected, even if all of you hate that person. Here, you know why? Because in the long run, government doesn't create business, but government can destroy businesses. Politicians can. They have the power. And that's exactly what Dangote is experiencing. Yeah? In part of his lamentation yesterday. We'll go to that one.
The real picture. Okay, that's one. Number two, this country has been having petrol queues since when majority of you here were not even born, since 1972. Okay, so 72 to date is what? 52 years. And we are still having the same issue. So just for the fact that, yes, we are ready and about to start this, everybody is now up and about. Yes, but we know that what is giving us a lot of joy is that we know that the majority of the population, they are with us. And so we are not discouraged. We'll continue what we are doing. But, doing new business, like, what you announced, the still, actually our own board has decided that, no, we shouldn't do this still, because if we do it, we'll be called all sorts of names, monopoly. And then also imports will be encouraged. So we don't want to go into that. Let other Nigerians also go and do it, because we are not the only Nigerians here. There may be some Nigerians with even more cash than us. They should bring that money from Dubai, from other parts of the world, to come and invest in our own fatherland. Well, everything depends on NNPC, because the OB3 is their own gas pipeline. Majority of the gas that are being produced is, it's being produced from their own facilities. Our own has not really started yet, but we are doing other, other pipelines in Buyout to bring, to take the gas to Otorogu to process and now inject it into the ELFs. Once we do that, then it will add to the viability of our investment, and also to make sure that, yes, we have additional gas, not only for us, for the entire system. But I'm sure OB3 will address all these issues, and we'll continue to pray that the OB3 will be delivered as promised, which is end of July. Yeah, well, in terms of quality, when we started, our quality was about 600 to 650 ppm, and the 600 to 650 ppm is one of the best in terms of quality, okay, at that time when we started. But as of today, we are 87 ppm, and I assure you, media, you can come again and take sample on Monday. By Monday, latest Tuesday, will be at 50 ppm. By beginning of August, will be at 10 ppm. So in terms of quality, we are doing very, very well. Nobody can produce anything better than us. So I just got the result from him 5 minutes ago. We are now down to even 32 ppm. And I want to plead with the regulator to come at any time, whether Sunday or Monday. We'll take the sample, and I guarantee you before he gets here, our own ppm will be even below 10. When we are coming here, His Excellency, the Speaker, said that, no, can we please wait? It wasn't planned, but he said that we should wait, since we have media with us, to pick up samples from 2 filling stations, and also when we get into our plant, they will pick up samples to check. The result has actually come out, and I'm going to share these same results with you, because they've checked. There is a total ppm was 1,890 something. I'll give you the paper, and they can also come, which was picked from their station there. The matrix also came to 2,653, and but then the flash point matrix was 61, which is below the minimum. The minimum is 66, and then also total is 26 flash point. Our own flash point is actually 96, and the records are there. If you want to do the test at any given time, you can actually run this test. We don't believe in the test of people when they bring in ships, because those tests, people write fake things, and even during COVID, people were writing fake COVID certificates. So all the results, if they want real results, they should go to SGS or Cotecna. They will give them the real certificate. But the right thing to do for Nigerians is to go to the filling station. And we want anybody to go to any filling station and buy. We'll test for you free of charge. It takes us maximum of 5 to 10 minutes. We'll give you all the parameters. And our own parameters today, we want to announce to the Nigerians, it is extremely very good parameters. We've left that 600. We are not at 600 anymore.
You want to comment about the PMS? When the PMS?
That's Alaji. Like, why are they doing this? So you have to kind of say, why did they even say, why would the regulators say the quality of what we have tested here, which they have seen, why would they go to public to say is low quality? So that one alone is kind of paining him. To him, it's like, it's not true. That this person is also an engineer. Farouk. I mean, what is that guy's name again? Farouk. He's also an engineer. Why would you just... So Dangote is like in shock, like... That's when he knows that they have come for... And he said, okay, I'm no longer investing in the steel. He was going to invest in Nigerian steel so that Nigerian can be melting their own steel. Remember Ajaokuta steel that they have been, using to loot, collected loans to fix, but they can't, right? So he was planning to go and open a steel plant, okay? And that would have been huge as well. So now he's like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. These guys should go and bring their money from Dubai to come and do that. Alaji. I know this, what's in your friends, they do you no good. But true, right? Without the government of Nigeria subsidizing you, you are not a businessman, Kokon. Here you get. See, don't get me wrong. Again, I live in a world where government subsidizing billionaires is not new. Politicians collecting money from billionaires, and once they get into power, then they have to kind of like, you get that, they will issue this and that, So Dangote's own is chronic. Most of the time, in America, Their economy is huge. I don't know why I'm even using that anyway. The economic is huge. The interest rate is very low. And these billionaires and their businesses could access, they can access liquid, capital for their businesses, not like you have in Nigeria, where they've mobbed everything together within themselves, and then they created a quota system billionaire. The one that will pretend to have this partner, that partner, this, and the only dealing card he has is that no amount of money he needs, that Nigeria won't back him. It's there. They have to work out modalities and protect him and his interest. If Dangote needs to take loan from outside Nigeria, it needs the guarantee of the Central Bank of Nigeria. So it be like see that relationship don't tear finally. Do you get that? The Alhaji would have to compete with everybody. If he needs anything right now, there is no direct number anymore. And that is not good. This is going to be somebody who has been enjoying this for decades. It's scary to say, the way it is being done, to him, it's like they are coming for him. Okay? And that's why I mentioned the billionaires all over the world, or businessmen and businesses all over the world. Why do you think they get involved in politics? Especially if they know that their line of business is massive enough that one single wrong policy from any government could put them out of business, just like that. The case of Nigerian criminal politicians, right? And the criminal elites you have in Nigeria is that they are so short-sighted and selfish. Until they lose that privilege, they never really complain. Aliko has lost that privilege with Tifnumbu right now. And he's so, just so you know, a billionaire or multimillionaire in America will blast the government, blast the president, blast whoever you think it is. And they will say it is his right, freedom of speech. You think it's only you, the impoverished Nigerians, are the ones who have been cowed. Your elite are coward too. They have been cowed. They don't want them where to Miss Yan. Their money, their dirty money is always linked to the rogues in government who looked away. Yeah. And that is why your billionaires, they are not different from you. Your criminal elites, they are not different from you. You are even better than them to some extent. You can talk, you can speak out, you can say your mind. They don't bond them because their money is not really legit. One single strike, they are gone. And they don't want that. So they would rather keep quiet, except when they begin to lose their money. Then they will begin to scream slowly, but they will be careful of how they say it. Sometimes they will even tell you, I know the Mr. President is not aware. If Mr. President is aware, he would have said something. That's how lily-livered cowards that your supposed rich people are. They don't talk. They don't want to lose their money. And Dangote has to talk now. And he wants you. He said you people are on his side. What are you going to do? You're going to go and protest for Dangote. And I think I'm now believing that they will take that refinery from him. They're going to take it from him. And it's not going to be like take like that. It's probably going to be they will make him an offer because they deliberately came for him. And there is more from where that comes from. And he himself is like, gloves off. I'm not interested anymore. You said, go and bring all your money from Dubai. Come and invest in Nigeria, in your fatherland. I am now done. I cannot participate in this kind of competition. So on the one hand, you want to feel sorry for him. On the other hand, you don't want to give a damn. Because even the entire thing is to rip you off anyway. He wasn't coming to create you any tangible job. Nigerians that work for Dangote, most of them actually works more or less like a seconded to other people. his own real staff that are well paid working for him in his factories, in his even in this construction of this refinery, they are mostly Indians. Go there now, go and check. So before you begin to shout, we no go agree, we no go agree. It was never in your own interest. But that's how short-sighted and selfish your political class, your elite class, that's how they are. It's only when it's affecting them, they speak out and they expect you to react. And you, mumu, you'll be shouting. They're going to take it from him. They will. And you can tell he's already pretty much like, because there is going to be more. Eshimari Wala. You will see this whole thing is not going away soon. Once Tinubu come back from his African Union AU summit or whatever they are doing, they can just put up another show face, photo up. They go invite them, come and so rock. They'll come be like, okay, Tinubu don't call it, they don't set to Kini. He knows that they are coming for him, right? And that's why he told us that they didn't give me any of this for free per se, everybody, now buy land, see what they do to me.
At the real picture. Well, whatever we do, we add value. We are not an assembly plant. When I say assembly, we are not packaging plant. If you look at all our operations as Dangote, we actually add value. We take local raw materials and turn them into products and we sell. So which means it's a circular economy which we are practicing. Everything, is here. Everything is in Nigeria. The farmers, the banks, or maybe the people in the mines, the banks, everything is about local. And it is the main reason why we were number 2 in flour milling, but we sold it because the wheat is being imported from abroad. So the more wheat we use, the more jobs we create out there. And that's why we cancel that. We remain only in sugar. Salt is not really a very big business. So that's what we have done. And now, what are we doing? What we are doing, like what our group vice president, Mr. Alake, mentioned, is that we said that, yes, we are always the first mover. We always move first, then other people will follow. And we have never, ever, whether consciously or unconsciously, stopped anybody from doing the same business that we are doing. To the contrary, when you look at it, when we first came into cement production, it was actually only Lafarge that was operating here in Nigeria, which is Iwekoro, and then the one in Ashaka, in Gombe. Nobody ever called Lafarge, monopoly. But we, Dangote, the first plant we set up was 5 million tons. That was the first one, against less than 2 million of local production. But when we got in there, people now start saying, monopoly. And this is really very disheartening when people keep talking about all this monopoly. Monopoly, is this only when you stop people, you block them through legal means or whatever. No, it's a, level playing field where whatever Dangote was given, okay, in cement, for example, okay, other people too were given. In fact, some of them, maybe they even got more than us. Okay, we are always very, very careful. You heard what I said. In the refinery, we did not, and I repeat, we did not collect one single incentive from the federal government of Nigeria or from even the Lagos state of Nigeria. Yes, Lagos state, maybe they gave us a good deal, but we paid $100 million for the land. It wasn't a free land. We paid for it. Okay, so people are always looking at the different, other side. They are not really looking at the real picture. Okay, that's one. Number 2, this
Alaji, now we actually know the full picture. Okay, you see all this shalaye you are doing to us, you are doing for us, Alaji. We would never have heard anything. So we heard that Dangote offered Tinubu's men. This one is, this one you are hearing from me right now is an open secret, okay? So they said when Tinubu came in, and they were probing Emefiele. They discovered that on record, though, Emefiele actually moved over $5 billion in the name of Dangote Refinery, ordered by Bukwari. Also, on record, they also borrowed $1.5 billion again. This time around, this one is, the first one was given to Dangote, okay, when it was cash crunched. Not because Nigeria get money, they just had to give it to him, right? Then they gave him another 1.5 billion. This time they said that one is a 20% stake in his business, when his business was still valued at when the refinery was still valued at 9 billion when completed. But by the time they completed the refinery,